Alright, this video is going to show you how to create and add special graphics. So I decided on this page, for every page of the book, we need to add our hand-drawn style in some key places. Our special coverage mod should have some sort of hand-drawn art in it with the title. We have our hand-drawn picture of someone for the quote. And then on the photos, we want to pick one photo to do some hand drawing on. Usually I would say if it's something really subtle, we could do it on the main picture. But we want our drawing to add to it and not take away from it. If you don't do it on the main picture, then I would find the next two biggest pictures and pick one of those to do some art on. I'm already going to have a little art here, so I could do it here. I could do it here. I think I'm going to try it on this and see what I think, as long as it doesn't take away from the photo too much. So we're going to play around with that. First, let's show you, for my taco time thing over here, I created a little graphic, and I created a little taco. Actually, Nylea Rodriguez created it, and I just colored it in. So I made it in Photoshop just like I made the quote picture. This is only 1 inch by 1 inch, so it's small enough, and I have saved it in the folder that belongs with my pages, which is really important so that it shows up for me. And all I'm going to do is drag this over here to an empty spot on the page, and I'm going to draw it on there. And there we go. I got my little happy taco there. And I could do it a number of ways. I kind of like that. I'm going to play around with it a little bit. Let's see if I like it better there. Yeah, I like it better right there. Taco time with the little taco. It's little drawing. It's colorful. It's not adding too much or taking away from anything. It's just a cute little sketch that works for making that mod a little bit more pop. So let me show you what we do then for the photo we want to add sketches on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this photo. I'm going to go to this links part right here, just like we did for the photo credits. There's that photo. I'm going to hold down the control key on the bottom left of my keyboard. While I'm holding that down, I'm going to click on this photo, and I'm going to go down to where it says Edit With, and we're going to go to Photoshop. So I'm going to open this up in Photoshop. And here it is. It popped open in Photoshop. And this is that whole image. Now, if I look on there, I'm not using the whole image, so I got to keep that in mind. And I know where my headline is there, so I got to keep that in mind too. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to unlock this layer. And I'm going to go to Layer, New Layer. This is really important because we don't want to draw on the actual photo itself in case we want to change something. But what I'm going to do is, I notice I've used this yellow, I've used this green, there's some white to play with, and some different colors like that. And I'm going to make some subtle little sketches on this. I'm going to go to my paintbrush tool, go to about a 3-point line. Let's see what that looks like on here. That may be a little too thin for this photo. So I'm going to go up a little bit. Let's see what that looks like. Pretty good there. I might even go a little bit higher for what I want to do here. See, 20, I like that. 20 thickness looks good. And I'm going to, of course, grab my eyedropper tool because I don't want to make up colors. I want to pull from colors that are already there. So I'm going to grab that yellow. And, oop, look, it's not the yellow on that one too. So I'm going to click on this too. And see, let's see if I can pick that yellow out again. Okay, there we go. Now back to my paintbrush. And I want to make like something small here that looks like where he made contact with the ball. That's drawing attention to the action and not taking away from it, right? Then I might grab a green color from over here. And I'm not going to do words or anything because that's going to fight with my headline. But maybe I'm going to do something like, oop, I didn't get the green I wanted there. Let's flip those. Go here and see if I can pull that green. Okay, now they're both green. And I'm going to just create like some lines around in there. Sorry for my weird sound effects. Oh, yeah, just some pressure lines there, like that. Maybe 3 layers of that. And notice that for all of these, I'm doing it on this blank layer that's on top of this. That way, if we end up not liking it, we can just take that away and the photo doesn't change. But I like this. It's subtle. It's not too much. We don't want to do huge, crazy designs on most of these. It's usually just a little something to draw attention to the action and not distract from it. We want to add to it, not distract from it. So I'm going to now go to File, Save. Not Save As. Just go ahead and save it. It is going to change it to a .psd file, and that's what we want. Okay? So we're just going to click Save and OK. So that .jpeg will remain in the folder, and now we'll have a separate .psd. So I'm going to close that out. I'm going to minimize this, and now I'm going to go over here. Now, you'll notice our lines aren't on there. Well, here's what we need to do. We're going to click on this. We're going to go over here to, under links, we're going to go to relink, and it's going to pull up some options for us. And we're going to go navigate to our folder where we know all this stuff is saved. It's taking me a minute to remember where everything is, so I know it takes you too. And then I'm going to go and find our new .psd there. And I'm going to say open. So it's going to relink this, and boom. There's my little sketches on there. And I think it's good. I think it adds just enough and not too much. And so there you have your graphics, you have everything in place, and what your editors will do for you before you turn the pages in is they're going to get rid of these black bars, and they're going to change this folio copy down here to what section your pages are in. So I'm going to do that real quick. And once I remove that, you can see what your final page looks like. So this is what a finished nice page looks like. Got caption lead-ins, captions, photo credits for all the photos, captions and caption lead-ins for all the photos. We've got a good headline that pulls colors from there. We've got a sub-headline telling what the page is about. We've got our quote here with the image. We've got good pictures and captions everywhere we look. We've got a cool little graphic there. And very subtly now, we've included our kind of graphic theme that we started on the cover. And that's how we do this. And that's a completed page. That's what it should look like when you're done. And the last thing you would do is double check every name on the page, including the photographers. And what that means is you would actually go to our server and you would go into Google Drive. You would go to administrative docs. You would pull up schedules, student schedules, and literally open these up and go look through and find the people that you put on here and make sure we spelled their name correctly and we have it right? So I would actually look these people up, make sure I got it right, because the worst thing we can do is spell someone's name wrong in a book. So once you have all that, you're good to go.